Hey folks, welcome to another episode of Towel Talk, where we talk all about different types of towels. Just kidding. This is Chief Talk.
Why?
This is the January episode. We hope y'all had a great holiday season and are ready for an amazing new year. So Sherry, what was December like? What did we do?
So we had a great workshop at Dawson Park. It was a little kickoff for their new place. It's a great park, and we had a garden, starting your garden workshop. We talked about what to put in your garden, what kind of soil, make sure it's high quality, fertilizing. We actually got our hands dirty and we planted some plants for December, and it was just a great turnout. And if y'all ever get a chance to go visit the park, it's there's actually a skate park there. And how many beds do we have there?
I think there's like 32 beds. It's a really
beds.
nice big garden, so it should produce quite a bit.
So I'm really excited to see it, especially when we get back from break.
Heck yeah. And in January and February, we'll be having some workshops they can attend.
That's right.
Stay tuned. What's up, Dom? What else happened in December?
Yeah, December is such a incredible month for just our community and having the cohesion as we think about the holiday season. And one of the ways that Gardopia kicks it off best is through our winter markets. So we have a winter farmers market that's supported through the San Antonio Area Foundation and then the City of San Antonio's Metro Health. And what that is really doing is it allows us, Gardopia, to go and be with our community and provide produce bags at no cost to individuals. So to give away over 100, produce bags, boxes, is just super awesome. We know that the holiday times can, food security is there, and with our communities that come, they're going to be able to get high quality produce from our partners at
River City.
River City Produce. Thank you.
Okay.
And not just having produce bags that are there, but it's a time for a community celebration where having our cooking demos, really awesome, having additional food that's there. Postmates is actually, they gave away coupons for individuals to get additional meals. So I love just seeing our community come together. It just feels wonderful during this time.
Heck yeah. I love our markets. They're a big lift. It's a lot of planning, a lot of our staff time, coordinating with vendors. Shout out to Katie, who is currently doing a lot of that work for us, but it's much needed. And for us to be able to do it monthly now is just monumental, right? We tried that once. We didn't have any funding. It was really tough on us. But now to be funded and hiring a farmers market coordinator, y'all will get to meet very soon. Maybe we'll bring them on as a guest in the future. It's just going to take it to a whole nother level. In addition to Dawson Park launching with Parks and Rec, in addition to doing our farmers market with Metro Health and the Area Foundation, we also launched a new garden with a new school district called Judson ISD. Now, Judson ISD is not a new school district, but for us, we've began working with them this year at Judson Learning Academy and now at Candlewood Elementary as well. And so this garden is going to be STEM-focused, innovation-based. We're building 10 raised garden beds, a pergola. We're putting in a little fruit orchard, irrigation, chicken coop, a ton of different things that are going to really enhance the students' ability to learn hands-on, which is what we're all about. So that garden just got launched, and we're excited to be working with kinder, first, and second grade for the next probably 2+ years. So the real reason we are all here is because we're ready to see what's in that box. What's in that box? Okay, all right. So I feel like it's Christmas coming early.
Nerds.
What do you think?
Candy?
Candy?
Yep, maybe.
Sherry? Pastry supplies?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Some macaroons, maybe? All right, y'all.
I wish.
Let's see. Let's see what's in that box. All right. Dun, 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 dun. And okay. It looks like string lights. String lights? Why are we getting string lights? What's the point of string lights? What's the point of string lights, y'all? Dom, why did we get string lights?
These are special type of string lights.
Oh, okay.
These are going to be used in our greenhouse.
Oh.
So to be able to have the amount of UV light that's needed in the right spectrum to allow Gardopia to start our seedlings. We spend quite a bit of our time going to local nurseries and procuring seedlings, and that's great. We have a really beautiful greenhouse that was supported by the Kronkowski Foundation, and we have solar energy here on site. And so to be able to have these lights and effectively grow, not all, but a good substantial portion of these seedlings and having them going out to support our schools is really important. So I'm very excited. A weatherproof lights for us, and it's going to be
Weatherproof,
growing.
waterproof also, right?
Yep.
All right. Because in a greenhouse you have an irrigation system. We have a sprinkler or like misting system, so not all lights will work. We've been trying to troubleshoot for a while, but these were really affordable, right? Yeah. So
42 feet.
42 feet for how much?
About $150.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But that'll cover pretty much both sides. We have a 24-foot greenhouse. So hopefully this improves our growing abilities, y'all. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, what's in that box concluded. Until next time. Now, January. What's happening this month?
All right, in January, we are actually going to have our monthly farmers market. It's going to be January 25th, and it's going to be an Asian New Year's themed.
Ooh, I love Asian New Year.
Because this year, Chinese New Year falls on January 29th, and so we're really excited to have this January farmers market.
I went to Incarnate Word, and we used to have a Asian New Year's festival every year, and they would bring in the big dragon, and then they would have like all the different types of foods and stuff. What's one of your favorite things about Asian New Year?
Probably the food, definitely.
Yeah?
Yes.
What's your favorite food?
Oh, dumplings.
Dumplings. What kind
It
of
all
dumplings?
makes sense.
All dumplings.
All dumplings.
Yeah.
So I had some kimchi pork dumplings at Charity Bar last week.
Nice.
I've never had kimchi in my dumplings. Is that normal?
It's common.
Yeah.
Yes.
It gave it a little different flavor. I liked it. Yeah, I love kimchi. Okay. Asian New Year market on January, I think 25th. Is that the Friday?
Yes.
Or no, Saturday?
Yes.
And then y'all can continue celebrating through the 29th. All right, wonderful. What else, Dom? What else is going on in January?
We're going to be thinking about our future. So January is the kickoff for something incredible that's going to be happening in May. Who would have guessed that Gardopia would be 10 years old?
10 years, a
We
decade.
did it, yeah. So we are very excited to turn 10 years old. And how do we celebrate that? It's through our 10-year gala. So to be at the Whitty Museum and really lean in on our community, and at that gala, what we do is we acknowledge the other entities that are around us, like Urban Agricultural Business of the Year, School Garden of the Year, Pollinator Garden of the Year, Farmers Market of the Year, so on and so forth. But in addition to that, I've heard there are going to be some even more grandiose things. I've heard from a little birdie that we're even looking at a fashion show, a sustainable fashion show.
Can I bring my towel?
Bring in the
Can I
towel.
fashion out my
Yeah,
towels?
you could do that. What that does is organizations, especially nonprofits, they're difficult work. So to make it 10 years is truly a testament to our community, the support that they continuously bring in, and then the need to realize our mission. What a moment it is to finally get to that point. But Stephen, here we are, almost 10 years later.
Heck yeah.
Who would have thought? I would have thought. Yeah.
May 23rd, 2025, y'all. Celebrate 10 years with us. We got big things popping, and so much good news this year, from property acquisition to partnerships to federal grants to local support. I mean, the list goes on and on and on, and we're excited to celebrate. So y'all can buy your tickets right now. Go to gardopia.eventbrite.com to get your early bird ticket before prices go up. January. So if you don't know, now you know that there's something called Dream Week San Antonio. DWSA.org potentially? I don't know, or DreamWeekSA.org. But go check them out. They've been doing it for many years, and we normally have an event associated with that. So on January 15, which is a Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m., we'll be partnering with the Food Policy Council of San Antonio to host a local food chat. That's where we bring local foodpreneurs and local food experts to have conversations about the solutions, challenges, and overall state of the ecosystem of the food system. So And join us, location TBD, that'll be coming out very soon. But we'll have capacity for about 50 to 75 people. It'll be 100% free. We'll have some light hors d'oeuvres supported by a grant through the Food Policy Council and the American Health Association. Sorry. We'll have some small hors d'oeuvres supported by a grant with the Food Policy Council and the American Heart Association, and overall just supporting and building up this ecosystem. Now, I know. Now, last but certainly not least, we're talking about gardening tips. How can I grow? What can I grow? What should I grow? Sherry, what should I be doing right now?
My first gardening tip would be to don't forget to think about pruning your fruit trees and or any tree, I guess. And so wintertime is a great time. You can actually see where your branches are growing and there's no leaves to kind of disrupt that. And so you can see that your branches need to be out and that wind is able to easily pass through. So we're going to be pruning those off. I would recommend prune after a freeze, but of course we don't know when freezes occur, but definitely you can start pruning.
Okay. Yeah. You know, I've been pruning my fruit trees for the past couple of years, pruning them like in a vase, essentially, and trying to open up the interior, taking away crossing branches, all that type of stuff. And they're starting to look good. It's interesting. So I cut all the interior branches, but what did they do? They sent out brand new ones. I'm like, what the heck? So I guess it's an ongoing thing for a while.
It is. And a lot of us think that our fruit trees are sleeping, but actually they do still take up nutrients. And so fertilizing your fruit trees in the wintertime is also recommended.
All right. What about you, Dom? What are you doing this winter?
Yeah, so I think it starts first with understanding what can you grow in the moment. So thinking about our cold weather crops. And so the rule of thumb is leafy greens. So spinach, lettuce, kale, collards, broccoli, cauliflower, so on and so forth.
I like carrots.
Carrots are good too. I do love carrots. I also think it's important to consider what type of fertilizer you're going to put down. So what is going to, in the winter, we know that it's cold. So our microbial activity is very important. And so the right fertilizer to throw down would be something that can mineralize very quickly. Typically, you're going to find those in a manure-based fertilizer as opposed to something like alfalfa. At least what works for me is I'll use alfalfa fertilizers or anything plant material in warmer times, so during the summer. But during the winter time, I need something that's going to like readily break down fast. So I'll switch to like chicken poop. So if you have your chickens, go ahead and take that poo, break it down in your compost, and maybe make some compost tea, and then apply that to your garden. It'd be really good.
Definitely. Fertility, soil fertility is key. Well, I was going to talk to y'all about cover crops and wildflower seed, but I've been telling y'all that since October. We've been telling y'all that, which you should continue to do. Throw down your cover crops like winter rye, throw down your wildflower seeds. You can also do aeration. I like to aerate so that my seeds can get deeper in the ground and do a light layer of compost, like a lawn dressing, maybe just a 1/2 inch to 1 inch max. But what I also want to mention to you is we are due for a freeze. We'll get 1 to 2 freezes per winter. So that's from mid-December all the way to mid-February. About 90 days we're at risk for that. And so just making sure that you're mulching some of your beds, that always helps a little bit. Mulching around your trees, mulching around your perennials, and then also looking at having some type of covering for your crops if necessary. So making hoop houses, which you can use rebar, 1/2 inch rebar and 1/2 inch PVC, and then about every 4 feet or so, you would have your hoops essentially positioned so that you can cover them, whether it be with like a blanket or a sheet or a towel, whatever you got, right? So we don't want to lose our crops. A lot of the crops Dom mentioned could take down to 25 degrees. And so if it's going to drop into the 20s or into the teens, you could be at risk of losing your entire crop. And that would be really bad for 1 or 2 days of cold to have to start over from zero. So making sure you're just watching the weather forecast, and if we see that a frost is going to come, consider covering your crops, especially your citrus trees. If you've been replanting citrus because they've been dying over and over these past few years, you have to cover your citrus. We'll have to do that at Dawson. They planted a few citrus out there. And then if you have other crops or shrubs that also can't take those low temperatures. So get your gardens growing, y'all. We're here. The Chiefs are here to support you. Our team, Gardopia Gardens, is here to support you, from our educators to our stewards and our executive assistant, our farmers market coordinator, our videographer in the back, our accountant and bookkeeper, Vanessa, who's with us as well. Thank y'all. We're excited for a new year, and let's make it happen, y'all. Peace.